definite table etiquette. I've seen a number of times, and I don't really know why it happens, because I've seen so many videos and so much advice on this, and I've even told people at my own table about this, but it still happens, and it seems to come up all the time. I roll for this versus I do this. Now, it might be because of how we're raised, say please and thank you and ask for things. We go with I roll for this. You shouldn't say that. You should say I want to do this or I do this. Because a number of times someone will say something like that to me and I'll say, okay, you do it. I won't make them roll for anything. Or I'll make them roll but I already know they've passed. Or I'm making them roll for crits and that's it. The reason you don't say I roll for this is two reasons. One is because you don't know what you're rolling. You're the player. It's the GM who knows if you need to roll. You are playing by the GM's advisement. So if you say I do this, they'll say roll for it or okay, you do that. For God's sake, my character and my wife's character had a massive argument in our Slay Industries game, and I didn't say to my brother, I roll to leave the room. I just said, I leave the room. And that was it. He just left. I'm not rolling to open the door. I'm not rolling to storm out in a huff. Just go. It seems like such a simple thing, but saying things like I roll break the flow of the story, break the immersion, because you're reminding everyone at the table you're at a game. You're not actually four adventurers going on epic quests to save the land. You are four nerds sat around a kitchen table eating Cheetos. Whereas saying things like I do this or I want to do this, the GM will tell you to roll or not, and it can keep the flow moving a lot quicker. It also keeps the DM in the loop, because okay, two stories. One in my current campaign, one from an old campaign of RuneQuest. I'll do the current campaign first, because this was a real issue that happened. One of my players snuck up on some goblins, and they were rolling to distract. They were rolling to do this. They were rolling to cause the goblins to attack each other. At no point did he tell me what this distraction was for. And it was only about third or fourth time where he said, I'm going to try and distract them with this. I said, what are you trying to distract them for? And he just kind of got this look on his face of, oh, I want the other guys to sneak up as well so we can do an ambush. Right. Well, in the time that you've been distracting them with money and music and throwing things at them, they're behind you now. All of you are together. Make your ambush. You don't need to roll anymore. If he had said to me, I want to distract them enough so that the rest of my group can come up behind and we can make an ambush, that could have been done so much sooner and so much quicker without this constant rolling, and just rolling for nothing effectively. So it keeps the GM in the loop, so they know what you're planning. Like, keep secrets from the rest of the party. Do not keep secrets from the GM, because the GM is the referee. And if they are a fair GM and a good GM, they will work with you to get your result. Because that's the point. They're not going to fight against you. It's down to the players to fight each other. It's not down to the GM to fight one player from fighting another. That is not the GM's role. The other story, and it's one of my favourites that I always tell, I had a player he was new to the session, new to the group, good guy. He wanted to make some arrows for his bow because he'd run out. And he went into the forest and said, I rolled to look for sticks. It's like, you rolled to look for sticks? Yes. Alright, roll. And I was genuinely just thinking, you know what, he's going to find sticks and he'll get some and fine, I don't care if he rolls for it. This was years ago when I was still new to GMing. Crit fail. You find no sticks. I want to roll again. Fine. basically this continued on and on and on and on, and I got so annoyed at him for just continually looking for sticks and rolling for it when everyone was saying, why don't you just grab some sticks out of a tree? It's like, I've got to roll for it. I said to him, you don't have to roll for it, just ask me, do you find some sticks? It's like, but you'll make me roll for it. Fine. He seemed sure that I would make him roll for something, so it was almost like preempting my decisions, and that again is where things come into a problem, and that's why I dropped a shark on his head. So again, don't roll for things without the GM telling you to roll for something, just because you might get ate by a shark in the middle of a forest. So, a good rule for life. Thank you, bye.